it's Mayday and I'm coming to you with day 17 of 30 Inks 30 Days. As you remember, we had my wine fest yesterday about, excuse me, the old version versus the new version of Birmingham Pen Company Slag Grey. I will admit that today I have actually been using the new formula more than the old formula just because that's the pen that I had sitting on my desk at work. I'm home now for my work at home afternoon, but yeah, the ink itself, okay, color matching aside, the ink itself is actually very lovely. It flows really nicely like Birmingham inks are known to do. It shades pretty nicely. The ink on its own is great. The ink on its own is great. The ink on its own, the ink compared to what it used to be is what bothers me. So, I've had my wine fest. I have used the ink. It's been a great experience aside from the fact that I look at it and just see green and like know that it's not what the original one is. So, I will use my original. I will use this one. I will sample this one out to anybody, like, well, I mean, not send it like anybody, but like when I send samples out to people, if they, you know, want some, then that's a thing that will happen. But yeah, so we've done it. I feel better having done it. And yeah, so anyway, so day 16 was an interesting day. We are going to, however, flip the page and move on to our next ink, which is day 17. And as you can see from and I did it splattered a little, so these pages are kind of, well, I think this is the worst one, but we're just going to leave it anyway. You have seen that our ink today is Sailor Ink Studio 531, which was a gift from pen friend Carolyn, who also sent this lovely notebook. So yeah, so I'm finally getting to ink it in a pen. I have previously just made a swatch card, which this is what it looks like. It kind of reminds me, I don't know if you can see, there is like a little bit of like a hint of like what could be sheen or halo on it, and it kind of just reminds me of like dried rose petals a little bit. It's looking a lot more like pinky now, but it's, I don't know, it's really pretty. I really like it. And I have this ink in my Pilot Prera. I probably need to like fill it some more. I'm probably going to need to fill it after we do some splats. But yeah, so I have a medium nib on my Prera, and sorry if that was kind of loud. I was really close to the mic, but the best click ever in a pen as far as I am personally concerned. Yeah, so anyway, the color is really pretty, and I'm really looking forward to using it today. So we're brightening it up with a little pink today. A little like magenta pink, and yeah, I love the Pilot Prera. I actually did a 30 Inks 30 Days where I used nothing but this pen for 30 days. I cleaned it out every night and changed the ink. Oops. 30 Inks 30 Days. But by the end of the month, I was so tired of using this pen, even though this is one of my absolute favorite pens. Yeah, I didn't use this pen for like 6 months to a year. I was just so over it. So I'm really excited to use this. It's, you know, a brighter ink than we have been using, but also like super pretty. I mean, all the inks that we've been using are super pretty, let's be honest, or at least they're pretty in my opinion. That's why I picked them. And I have a medium nib, which writes more like a Western fine, but I love it. This is like I said, one of my favorite pens. So we'll do some quick brown fox. There we go. I should have zoomed in. So I think you still get some decent shading even in as, I mean, it's a medium nib, but as fine as it is, because it's a Japanese medium, you get some really nice shading, and the color kind of changes as it dries. It kind of starts out like a pinky, and then it goes a little more purpley as it dries. It's really pretty. I really love it. So let's see if we can get some splats out of this, or if I need to refill the pen already. This is one of the pens that I pre-inked like a couple days ago, and yeah. Bloop. Oh gosh, that's so pretty. Sorry, you have to see my hand. I'm trying to like. Bloop. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna see about pulling this one out so we can see the color a little better. Oh, that's so pretty. Oops, did not mean to do that. Stunning! So pretty. So pretty. Like, this is totally one of my colors. I actually almost put this ink in my, since I'm here. Editing Manda here. I meant to say that I was going to put this in my Sailor Pro Gear Slim, but then I couldn't let myself do it. So I put this in my Prera, and that's why it's in my Prera. I never finished that story because I got distracted by re-inking my pen. Okay, back to the video. I'm going to go ahead and fill this up a little more. And my Prera has a Con 50 on it. It came with a Con 50 because I bought it so long ago. But yeah, I like always have this in my pen. In this pen, anyway. I have a Con 50 in, I think my Vanishing Point as well. There, now we'll be able to splat on the next page too. So this is a very beautiful ink, and like I said, this was a gift from Pen Friend Carolyn, so thank you once again, Carolyn. This is a gift during Pen Friend Appreciation Month, which was so nice. How do I do this again? Let's zoom in so you can like see what I'm doing. I've been using such broader nibs lately that I don't know what to do with myself with this fine nib. I mean, I guess that's not true. That was a pretty fine nib. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, it's nice to have this like brighter one, because all the Sailor Ink Studio inks that I have purchased for myself have been like the super dark ones. In a perfect world, I would have a bottle of each ink. Like, that's never gonna happen probably, but I like that. Like, wouldn't that be a collection to have? I know that I'm sure that somebody out there has done that. Probably multiple people, but yeah, so amazing. Just like buy a few at a time and then just have a collection of all of them. Nope, Studio 531. Pen is a Pilot Prera. With a medium nib. Okay. Awesome. So I just wrote that this ink was a gift from pen friend Carolyn, maker of this notebook, during June's Pen Friend Appreciation Month, but I was saving it for this 30 inks. This is like a run-on sentence. Anyway, let's see. Let's edit ourselves. Toot. There we go. I was saving it for this 30 inks, so it's the first time I'm really using it aside from the initial swatching. Lovely. Which it is. Hello, lovely. Let's do some splats on this paper. Fun. So pretty. And, oh, I didn't get water. I need to just, like, use an empty ink bottle and just, like, keep water here. Okay, I'm going to set this aside so it can dry, and I'm going to go get water so we can do the chromatography on this. Since I remembered and don't need to, like, pause it. Oh, and then I'll show you the chromatography from yesterday. Okay, so we'll move this out of the way. I need this, and I need this, and I need this. Oops. Oh, there's crumbs over there. Don't know why there's crumbs over there. I don't actually use this as a placemat for eating. Okay. So, alrighty, let's do some of this. Sorry, you didn't see me doing that at all. There we go. It's mostly just water moving now. The ink like pretty much moved and like that was it. But yeah, so pretty. Like some magenta, some like hot pink in there. Pretty. Okay, so we'll set this up here to dry. And we will see that tomorrow. But in the meantime, here are our dried chromatographies of slag gray, old slag gray, new slag gray. That's just so interesting to me. The yellow in here is like really tripping me out for some reason. I love the combination of blue and orange right there. Very cool. Like it's interesting. And then this is the Alexander Hamilton. It really like lightened up a lot, so I love that right there. So yeah, so that's that. This one will dry and I'll show this off tomorrow when we do our next ink. So thank you guys so much for watching. Oops, let me show you. Here's what we got here. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. It's a little shorter because I'm not going like nutso over all my ink and stuff. Oh, it's a very pink day today. Excuse me. Anyway, like I said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and excuse me. I look forward to hearing what ink you're using today if you're participating in 30 Inks 30 Days. So yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Love you. Bye.